Access Exercise 9 requires that we create a new database. So if you have DB1 open, close it, and go up to the top, click File, New, and on the right-hand side, please click Blank Database, and that will open up this screen here. And make sure you save again on either your removable disk or your 3.5 floppy. And this time around, type in DB2. Okay, you should see DB1 somewhere because you should have saved it already. But we'll call this new file DB2. Then click Create. Now, DB2 should now be visible. We're going to make a brand new table. So click Table, New, and Design View, and then click OK. And refer to exercise number 9 sample, okay? Because we're going to be making a table with 3 fields. The first field is called figure ID, okay? And the data type is going to be auto number. And we're going to click figure ID, right click, and assign figure ID as the primary key. We're also going to have a field called year/quarter, and for that we're going to choose text. And then we're going to have another field called sales, and the data type for this one is going to be called currency. Now, once you've created the above fields in design view, okay, go File, Save, and name this table Sales by Order. Okay, and then you can close this table. Now, if you open or double click the Sales by Quarter table, you'll see that you get something like this. And this is where you're going to have to look at exercise 9 sample A and type in the missing data. Okay, for example, 1998-1 and 35. Okay, you're going to have to be careful as you're entering the data, because some students accidentally type in a decimal instead of a comma. Okay, you don't have to type in anything, you just have to type in the numbers. The computer will automatically add the comma and the decimal place for you. Okay, so enter in the rest of the data. So I finished entering in all the data that was shown in exercise 9 sample A, and just double check that your data looks the same as the one in the sample book. Now, once you're finished entering in all the data, okay, just go File, Save, and you can close this table. Now, we made a table in Access, but let's pretend your boss wanted you to publish a chart of this data. Now, we don't do charts in Access, so what we're going to have to do is when you've got this table open, you can go File and find where it says Export. Okay, so click File and then Export, and it will ask you to export table sales by quarter to, and if you go down to the bottom, Save as Type, you're going to have to click the down arrow and look for Microsoft Excel 97, or in my case 97 to 2003. Okay, and then click export or export all. Okay, now what's happened? Well, I'm going to close this table, and you know what? I'm going to close Access, and I'm going to open up Excel, which you should have learned how to use already, and I'm going to go File and Open, and I'm going to look in the location where I exported the document to. In my case, it's removable disk. And you should find an Excel file called Sales by Quarter. You select it, click Open, and you should see that the data is now in your Excel program. However, you might notice that you've got all this, these uh, number symbols here, and that's only because this column is too narrow to show all the values. So if you click between C and D with the left mouse, click and drag and make column C wider, you should be able to see um, the values. Now, the last thing you have to do is you have to make a chart. So if you forgot how to make charts, please review the notes that you were given in the Excel unit. But if you forgot, it's quite easy. Just highlight the data that you wish to make a chart from. You can leave out figure ID. We don't need that. Then go Insert, Chart, and the chart wizard appears. Pick column, next, next. You can type in a title, Sales by Quarter, and if you want, x-axis, we will call this year quarter, and there in your sample book there is no y-axis value, so I think we're finished, and let's click finish. Okay, and you should be able to make a chart that looks like this. However, you may have to resize the chart a bit to make it look the same as the one in your sample book. Okay, so there you go. Once you've made a chart and yours looks like exercise 9 sample B, you will have to go file and save this again so that the chart will be saved. Okay, you're now finished exercise 9.